Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Saskia, and normally I make kind of university related videos or Barbie related videos, but I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I'm going to rank all of Taylor Swift's songs. And by all of them I mean not all of them, because I don't know a lot of them. I don't know a lot of the ones that like aren't on her albums. If it's not on an album, I've probably not heard of it apart from like Beautiful Ghosts, I Don't Want to Live Forever. I'm sure there's more. Also, I feel like I should preface this with my opinions. Taylor Swift is good at music, not really good at much else, she's kind of a bad person sometimes. My opinions on like her albums, Speak Now I consider my favourite. Lover, Fearless debut are my lower ranks. Yeah, I probably have controversial opinions. I don't really think I can defend myself against them, but I'm gonna give it a go. You know, I'll try. Will there be success? My lock screen is Taylor Swift because she looks very pretty. So yeah, so there are songs that we are apparently not allowed to rank. Let me just tell you which ones those are. Ronan, Soon You'll Get Better, Marjorie. Apparently not allowed to rank those, and I'm going to give my opinion on that even though no one asked. I really get that. Like, I get that those songs are about real people, but I'm not saying like I hate the people, I'm just saying the song's not my cup of tea. Like, Ronan is the one I fully understand, the others I'm kind of like, you know, talk through what tiers we've got. Bottom, we've got not allowed to rank because I'm not allowed to rank them. Then we've got Bleach Taylor. I think that's self-explanatory. It was not good. Bleach Taylor is essentially, I'm skipping. I just don't care. We then have Hate Bop. Hate Bop was a tier specifically created for Look What You Made Me Do, Me, You Need to Calm Down. They're not good songs. But trust me, when they came on in Swiftageddon, I knew all the words and I was bopping. We then have Tolerate It, which is like, yeah, I guess. I don't think I need to explain that anymore. Like, I'm not bopping to it, because then we've got I Can Jam. I Can Jam, yeah, I'll sing, but it's not pop perfection. Pop perfection would be most of Speak Now. And then we have literally Life Changing. I'm thinking Enchanted, I'm thinking Haunted, I'm thinking Dear John. Those are my tiers. We'll start in order. We will obviously start with debut.
Taylor Swift.
I'm not the biggest debut fan. I don't feel like I need to justify that because debut's her worst album. Like, there are a lot of them that I don't really know. Like Tim McGraw, oh, I can jam to Tim McGraw. I mean, it's not the finest on the I Can Jam tier, like it would be bottom of the I Can Jam, but I will jam to Tim McGraw. Picture to Burn, pop perfection. Okay, I don't think it changed my life, but absolute pop perfection. Teardrops on My Guitar could be I Can Jam or Tolerate It, because I'm sometimes jamming to it, but I feel like it's not one that I put on. Like, if I'm going to put on something from debut, I don't think it's going to be Teardrops on My Guitar. We'll go for Tolerate It. A Place in This World, don't care, Bleach Taylor. Cold You, don't care, Bleach Taylor. The Outside, don't care, Bleach Taylor. Tied Together with a Smile, don't care, Bleach Taylor. Stay Beautiful, don't care, Bleach Taylor. Should Have Said No, pop perfection. Should Have Said No and Picture to Burn are just absolutely incredible. Mary's song, I'm not gonna lie, did anyone ask? Our song, I will tell you that is life changing. It's pop perfection, it changed everyone's life. Country Taylor really shone through in that one. Country Taylor knew what was up. She gave us country. I'm Only Me When I'm With You, I'll give that Tolerate It. Invisible, I'll give that Tolerate It. Perfectly Good Heart, I'll give that Tolerate It. So like, if we're looking at this so far, uneven. Like, there are a lot of them on the bottom tier, but there's an equal amount plopped up on the top tier. And this is my least favourite album, so like all of the others should be very top heavy. Like, these Bleach Taylor ones are like, I'd probably listen to them if I came on. No, some of them I would actively skip, some of them I don't care. We are now going to do Fearless.
Fearless.
But I have problematic Fearless opinions because I don't like most of them. I say that, but I'm looking at all of this. I don't like the Vault tracks, essentially, apart from Mr. Perfectly Fine. I'm gonna spoiler that, that's already going on, literally life-changing. Fearless, obviously that's pop perfection, you know? I don't feel like I need to explain that. 15, it could be Tolerated, it could be Bleach Taylor. I'm not a fan of like 15, The Best Day, Never Grow Up, those kinds of vibes of songs. I'll go for Tolerate It. And I think that's just because when I was working in a charity shop, we only had the Fearless Taylor Swift CD, or like that was the only one that I liked. So I put that on all day, every day for my 6-hour shifts. Like if we hadn't had that, it would probably go a lot lower. Love Story, pop perfection. Or did it kind of change my life? I feel like because of the nostalgia, it did change my life. However, if I was looking back at it now, it's not the most life-changing, but it did change my life and therefore it goes there. But I could justify it being on pop perfection. Hey Stephen, absolute pop perfection. I don't feel like I need to justify that. Hey Stephen's one of my favourite songs. White Horse, pop perfection. You Belong With Me, pop perfection. Breathe, I don't think I care. I think I'm going to put that in Bleach Taylor. I feel like that's probably controversial, but I don't care. Tell Me Why. Is that pop perfection or is that I Can Jam? Let's put it on pop perfection. I feel like I'm going to put a lot of them on pop perfection. Yeah. Oh, You're Not Sorry. I think that's pop perfection. Oh, and The Way I Loved You, I think that's also pop perfection. And then I also think Forever and Always is pop perfection. Like The Best Day, no, that's going on Bleach Taylor. I don't care. I'm not interested. Then we have some of these Vault tracks. Change, don't care, Bleach Taylor. Jump Then Fall, I think I listened to it the first time yesterday. Don't care, Bleach Taylor. Untouchable, don't care, Bleach Taylor. Come In With The Rain, Tolerate. Superstar, you shouldn't be talking that nicely about a man. The Other Side of the Door, pop perfection. Today With a Fairy Tale, I know a lot of people hate, but I'm kind of on it. I feel like it's kind of a hate pop because I'm singing it and I'm like, I don't think I should care. You All Over Me, Bleach Taylor. Mr. Perfectly Fine, well that one, I feel like that's an obviously life-changing moment. My life hasn't been the same since Mr. Perfectly Fine came out, and then it was excluded from all of our Spotify Wrapped, even though when I went on stats of Spotify I'd already played it 981 times. Or I spent 981 minutes on it. I spent a lot of time on that one. We Were Happy, oh god, I'm so sorry Taylor, but that was awful. I don't mean to be controversial. I don't like it. That's when, I'm gonna say I Can Jam. It's not quite pop perfection, but I am absolutely jamming to it. Don't You, Tolerate It, Bye Bye Baby, Tolerate It. Considering Fearless is one of my least faves, there's a lot of pop perfection. I think it's just one of my least faves because a lot of them I just have absolutely no care for. Like a lot of them, pop perfection bops, but some of them I just don't care. I feel like I should have had a tier between pop perfection and I Can Jam, because pop perfection is just going to be filled to the top. Yeah, we now have Speak Now.
Speak Now.
Speaking of Speak Now, I don't think I'd actually ever heard the actual version of mine other than the pop mix version until honestly like a month ago. Now that is really embarrassing. It's just because mine pop mix is the first one on Speak Now. So when I click on Speak Now, I listen to the pop mix. Mine is obviously going to be going in Pop Perfection. Sparks Fly, Pop Perfection. Back to December, Pop Perfection. Speak Now, is it life-changing? No, Pop Perfection. Dear John, no, I'm going to say that's life-changing because I did not know about John Mayer being awful. My life changed because I now know John Mayer is awful. Although unfortunately I really like one of his songs, New Light. So, Mean, oh my god, okay, I think Mean did also change my life. My chair's now too long, I can't even see it on the same page. Right, Mean, that did change my life. Same with Better Than Revenge. I feel like they did absolutely change my life. My life has not been the same. Mean and Better Than Revenge, two of her finest pieces of work. And I feel like that is widely accepted and widely known. Oh, The Story of Us, Pop Perfection. I remember that's one of the songs that I vividly remember watching the music video for when it came out. Like that and Love Story I have vivid memories of. But then also The Story of Us I feel like I don't listen to very much. Don't know why. Never grow up. Like, I'm a big Speak Now fan. But I think it would just go on Tolerate It. Like I could skip it. No, I think it's gonna go Bleach Taylor, I Need to Be Rude. Enchanted, okay, that did change my life. I would say Enchanted and Dear John. I would say Enchanted is my favourite song ever by Taylor Swift. It makes me feel things. Same with Haunted. Haunted doesn't get the love it deserves. Enchanted is like outshining Haunted, and I would say they're very similar in like style and points. Haunted, literally life-changing. Was it life-changing? Would it have been more life-changing if I discovered it after Enchanted? Potentially. Innocent, I don't care. I'm sorry, Taylor. I don't think it matched the vibe. Oh, Last Kiss. I kind of want to put it on Pop Perfection, but do I just put it on I Can Jam? No, it was Pop Perfection. Oh my god, Long Live. That is Pop Perfection. Close to being life-changing. And Long Live is like fresh in my head because of the Bejeweled music video. She's right. She's in that. Ours. I Can Jam. Ugh, if this was a movie and Superman, I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't heard them until about a month ago because the deluxe version of Spotify, the deluxe version of Speak Now, they were like blacked out. I couldn't listen to them. I would say I prefer Superman to if this was a movie. But I'm a big fan. This is how it's looking. This is making me kind of look like a fearless girl. I'm not a fearless girl, I'm a Speak Now girl. We've then got Red.
Red.
State of Grace is such a banger of an opener. Like, Pop Perfection. Oh, this might be controversial. Red. I think I'm just going to put it in I Can Jam. I feel like that's controversial. Or maybe same with Treacherous. I feel like Treacherous is Pop Perfection. But am I really actively going to listen to it? No, I don't think I am. Well, I think I became much more of a Red fan when Taylor's version came out. Red I don't think I actively listened to until Taylor's version was out because I don't think I cared. I Knew You Were Trouble, I'm hate bopping it. I don't like it. Same with Let's Put 22 straight up there. We're Never Getting Back Together, that's going in there. I just don't care. Like, oh, I know all the words. I will be singing, I will be bopping. But it doesn't mean I enjoy. No, I do enjoy, but it doesn't mean I think I'm good. Compared to her other works, she's just done so much better. All Too Well. I do think that was life-changing. Do I think it's better than Dear John? No. Everyone loves it, and I don't think it's her best song. Is that controversial? I feel like that's probably controversial because all of the Taylor Swift girlies are all too well girlies, and I'm a Dear John girly. I feel like there are two breeds, Dear Johns, all too wells. Pick your fighter, I'm taking Dear John. Speaking of, do we have the all too well 10-minute version? Like, I'm just gonna put that in I Can Jam because I don't think it was needed. I don't notice that it's 10 minutes long. Like, she did a good job of it not feeling like trudgy and long. But when she already had that, did we need it? Is that controversial? That's definitely controversial. Oh, I almost do I Can Jam, not perfection. Stay. Stay, Stay, Stay is pop perfection. I mean, is it? Do I just love it? I think I just love it. The Last Time, pop perfection. Holy Ground, pop perfection. Sad, Beautiful, Tragic. Tolerate It, I Can Jam. I'm putting it in I Can Jam. I don't want to be too rude. I don't want to upset all of the different breeds of Swifties. I'm okay if I upset some of them, but I can't upset like everyone. The Lucky One, Tolerate It, not really interested. Everything Has Changed, I'm sorry, hate bop. I don't like it. I will sing, but I don't enjoy it. Starlight, I love Starlight. It's not pop perfection. I Can Jam though. Begin Again, I Can Jam. I don't think it's pop perfection. You know? The Moment I Knew, pop perfection. Come Back, Be Here, pop perfection. Girl at Home, if we're taking Stolen version, pop perfection. If we're taking Taylor's version, hate bop. And therefore I think we put it in I Can Jam as a middle ground. The Man, I Don't Care, I'm gonna hate bop that one. Nothing New, Tolerate It, I don't really care. Babe, I don't really care, Tolerate It. Message in a Bottle, now that is life-changing. I don't feel like I need to justify that. Message in a Bottle, as soon as that came out, that was my Mr. Perfectly Fine equivalent. Like when Taylor's version Fearless came out, Mr. Perfectly Fine was my number one. When Red, Taylor's version, came out, Message in a Bottle. Oh, I Bet You Think About Me, pop perfection. Forever Winter, pop perfection. Run, Bleach Taylor, I don't care. I can't believe that that was the one that she was going to put on the album instead of Everything Has Changed. No. The Very First Night, pop perfection. So I feel like that one's more evenly distributed. I feel like Red's kind of a middle ground album for me. I don't hate it, but there are a lot of songs I don't care for, and I think it's because it has her 3 pop songs on it. I don't know how this is going to look visually once I start editing this video because my playlist is too long for my screen, but I'm screen recording. And I can't really fit it on the screen. Because if it's 50%, I can't read any of those titles. I'm gonna have to, even then I can't read them.
1989.
Welcome to New York, pop perfection. Blank Space, I Can Jam. I didn't realise it was satire. I don't know if that's just me being literally stupid, but I didn't realise it was satire. I think that's me being stupid. I kind of saw it and I was like, hee hee, funny. Yeah, I didn't have many thoughts going on. Style, pop perfection. I prefer that to Blank Space. Out of the Woods, I think that was life-changing. Out of the Woods was another one that I vividly remember the YouTube video for. I do think that changed my life. All we had to do was stay, pop perfection. Shake It Off. I'm hate bopping. Like, trust me, I know all the words. I vividly remember the YouTube video coming out with that. Hated, loved, incredible. I really think she looked beautiful in her ballet outfit. I felt like everyone looks so good in ballet clothes. I Wish You Would. Is it I Can Jam or is it pop perfection? I'm gonna put it in Pop Perfection. Bad Blood, Hate Bop. Like, trust me, again, know all the words. Is it because I wanted to? Do I still, isn't it about Katy Perry? But I don't actually know where any of the problems came from. Like, I don't actually know why there was any problems with her and Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. I don't know if I'm just being dumb. I could probably Google it in one search, but Wildest Dreams, I do think they've changed my life. Again, vividly remember the YouTube videos coming out. I feel like by 1989 I was more of a conscious child, as in I actually have memories of that period of my life. So, Wildest Dreams, Brunette Taylor was a big slay. How You Get the Girl, Pop Perfection, I feel she wrote the men a step-by-step guide, and they're still bad at it. This Love, I Can Jam, it's not my fave. Like, when Taylor's version of it came out, I don't think I rushed to listen to it, and I don't think I really cared to listen to it. I Know Places, Pop Perfection. Clean, I do think that is life-changing. Wonderland, was it life-changing? I don't think it changed my life, but it's Pop Perfection. You Are In Love, I Can Jam. New Romantics, Pop Perfection, but New Romantics is honestly like the top of Pop Perfection. I have feelings for New Romantics. I don't know why I feel so strongly towards it. I love the New Romantics. I feel very strongly towards New Romantics. Yeah. So 1989, definitely like it more than Red. Like, I feel like once we get to the end of this, we can have a look and see where I would rank the albums, but like, will I know? I zoomed out again. So we now have Reputation.
Reputation.
I have very little memory of Reputation at all. Ready for It though, Pop Perfection. Endgame, Pop Perfection. I Did Something Bad, Pop Perfection. I feel like all of Reputation just goes in Pop Perfection. Don't Blame Me, Pop Perfection. Delicate, Pop Perfection, but like the top of Delicate, the top of Pop Perfection. Delicate should have been called Reputation. Or the album should have been called Delicate. Like, I get the album being called Reputation, but we needed a name, a title track. You know, we didn't get that, and we did need a title track. Look What You Made Me Do, Hate Bop. I know all the words. Does anyone know why? I've listened to it about twice, but I do know all the words. So It Goes. I think I'd put that in I Can Jam rather than Pop Perfection. Gorgeous, I Can Jam, not Pop Perfection. I feel like that's a common theme towards it. I don't like that it starts with a child. Like, I hear it and I'm like, oh, that's gorgeous, I'm gonna skip it. Getaway Car, Pop Perfection. Or does it go in, no, I think Getaway Car was life-changing. Oh my god, King of My Heart, Pop Perfection. Again, could very easily be life-changing. Dancing With Our Hands Tied, Pop Perfection. Dress, Pop Perfection. This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things, Pop Perfection. Call It What You Want, Pop Perfection. New Year's Day, Pop Perfection. New Year's Day is definitely the least fits on Reputation. Like, New Year's Day could have been on 1989, I think, and I would have more so understood it. But it's a big slay. New Year's Day is a great doing work song. Reputation, big slay. That could honestly be like a third favourite album, second favourite album. Lover.
Lover.
I have opinions on Lover, and I don't really like the album, but despite not really liking the album, most of these songs will probably go in I Can Jam or Pop Perfection. I don't think Lover is her strongest body of work. Even the song Lover, like, I don't think that's her best thing that she's done. For a title track, I Forgot That You Existed, I Can Jam. I don't think it's Pop Perfection. Cruel Summer. Now that is Pop Perfection. Cruel Summer is what Lover wanted to be. That is what I was hoping for all of Lover. And I didn't get that. Like, Lover the song, I can jam, but I don't really enjoy it. Like, I don't think it would go in any of my playlists, which I think is probably very controversial, but I just don't care. The Man, Pop Perfection, what? No, you know what? Literally life-changing. I wrote a psychology essay on it in my degree, so it's really an essay. I wrote a psychology 250-word journal about it, and I got first. So, The Archer, tolerate it. I think he knows, pop perfection. Miss American Heart, Prince, pop perfection. Paper Rings. I do think Paper Rings was life-changing. Paper Rings is probably my favourite on Lover. Or is Cruel Summer my favourite on Lover? Cornelia Street, I can jam. She's not pop perfection. Death by a Thousand Cuts. I can jam. Again, I know all the words, but I don't think I would choose to listen to it. London Boy, tolerate it, and it's just because James Corden's in the intro. We don't need that, do we, Taylor? False God. False God, I forget exists 90% of the time. But I can jam. You Need to Calm Down's going in. Hate Bop, I literally do not care for it. Afterglow, I can jam. Me, Hate Bop. I vividly remember the scene in Miss Americana when Taylor Swift is like, Brendan Urie, you should sing it like this, and he's like, yeah, and then she's like, I guess you hit the notes, I guess you did it okay. It's nice to have a friend. I'm sorry I bleached Taylor. I don't think I have a single care in the world. Daylight, I can jam. Love is definitely, she's not a fave. I don't think that's controversial. She's not for me. We then have Folklore and Evermore.
Folklore and Evermore.
And I'm not gonna lie, 90% of these songs sound the same. I don't think that's controversial. I wouldn't be able to tell when one stops and when starts, so I'm probably just gonna do it all together in one fell swoop. The One, Pop Perfection. Cardigan, Pop Perfection. The Last Great American Dynasty, Pop Perfection. Exile, I can jam. My Tears, Ricochet. I'm pretty sure this is Jade's favourite song that Taylor Swift has. I think it's just going in, I can jam. Mirrorball, I can jam. Seven, tolerate it. August, Pop Perfection. This Is Me Trying, I can jam. Illicit Affairs, Pop Perfection. Invisible String, Pop Perfection, but honestly could be life-changing. Invisible String is one of those ones that I just, for no real good reason, feel very strongly towards. Mad Woman, I can jam. Epiphany, Bleach Taylor. I'm pretty sure it's about the pandemic, but I don't care, I don't like it. Betty, I can jam. Peace, Bleach Taylor, I'm skipping. Hoax, tolerate it. The Lakes is probably my favourite song on Folklore. I will be taking that all the way to the top, to literally life-changing. Do I know why? No, but I remember hearing it and I was like, no, but I really feel something towards this. I did feel things. Don't know how she did it, but big slay, because it's a good like background song, but also I actively enjoy listening to it. Concerning and Confusing. Willow. Willow is Pop Perfection. I did watch the music video and I was like, I don't really understand or care. But Champagne Problems is Pop Perfection. Gold Rush, I can jam, but it could be Pop Perfection, but it's not quite. 'Tis the Damn Season, tolerate it. Tolerate it. Tolerate it. Nobody No Crime, Pop Perfection. No, Nobody No Crime was literally life-changing. I think it changed my life she killed people. It was a big slay. Happiness? I honestly think hate bop, because again, I know all the words. I would be bopping to it, but you know, I'd rather not. Oh, I put Dorothea there. No, Dorothea goes in I can jam. Happiness goes in hate bop. This is difficult. And not the ranking. I'm fine with the ranking. Fuck, the using my computer. Coney Island. I'm a big Coney Island fan. Like, it could be pop perfection, but I think it's not quite. Ivy. Tolerate it. I think I just don't care. Cowboy Like Me. I think Cowboy Like Me can go in pop perfection. I really like Cowboy Like Me. Long Story Short, pop perfection. It'd be great if I could read. Closure. I can jam. Tolerate it. What did I accidentally move there? Closure goes in I can jam. No, Closure goes in tolerate it. Evermore stays. Evermore goes in I can jam. Right where you left me. Pop perfection. Time to go. Pop perfection. Like, from this, honestly, Folklore and Evermore are pretty much the exact same in my opinion. Like, they're the same album, which means if I was going to rank my favourite albums, I don't think they'd get a different tier. I'd be like, 4th, 5th, 6th or something, Evermore and Folklore. Because if we look at this, it's pretty much the exact same amount of them on each tier. The only thing is that Folklore has Epiphany and Peace, which I actively dislike. So that might be controversial, but again, I don't really care. Called an opinion, besties. Midnight.
Midnights.
I've tried to leave it so that the novelty of Midnights has worn off, because when I first had Midnights, hater. Listening to it about 3 times, favourite album ever, best thing to ever exist. I have now stopped my active listening of it so that I'm not overwhelmed by the novelty of it. So, Lavender Haze. It kind of could be pop perfection. Maroon, pop perfection. I know besties think it's like the best song on the album. I don't think I agree with that. Anti-Hero. Anti-Hero, pop perfection. Snow on the Beach. I think it's a hate bop. You're on Your Own, Kid, pop perfection. Midnight Rain. I can jam. It could be pop perfection, but I feel like me wanting to put in pop perfection is still a novelty thing. Question. I can jam. I can jam. Vigilante shit. Tolerate it. Bejeweled. She's going in pop perfection only as a temporary stop, so we can drop her off in literally life changing. I don't know why it changed my life, it just did. Labyrinth, I don't really care, that's going in tolerate it. Karma, I can jam. It could be pop perfection, but it was just traumatizing for a bit because Karma is a cat. Karma is my boyfriend. I was very lost, I was very confused. Sweet Nothing, I can jam. Could be pop perfection, not quite. Mastermind, pop perfection. The Great War, I can jam. Bigger Than the Whole Sky, I quite like Bigger Than the Whole Sky. Paris, here's my controversial opinion. Sabrina Carpenter's Paris is better. So she's only going to go in I Can Jam. She can't make it to pop perfection, which is where Sabrina Carpenter's would be. High Infidelity, I can jam. Glitch, I think it's just a hate bop. I kind of love it, but I think it's a hate bop. Would've, could've, should've. Ooh, now that, once we figure out how to use my laptop, goes straight up to life changing. My life has changed. We were back, give me back my girlhood. That's enough to put it into life changing. I can't see. Dear Reader, Bleach Taylor I'm skipping. I don't know if that's controversial, but I feel like it's everyone's least favourite song on the album. Hits Different I can jam only because I've not actually heard it that much. Only because I don't actually think I've heard the full song of it yet. So that was potentially very controversial. If it was, I don't care. Let's go through the ranking, girlies. So, not allowed to rank. Bleach Taylor is mostly just her old stuff. I'm not a big fan of Fearless. Or it's just the songs that just shouldn't exist. I'm sorry, Taylor. Hate Bop, I do know all the words to them. I kind of wish I didn't, but if they play it in Swift again, I am gonna break it down. Tolerate It, like, I'm aware of these songs. I know they exist. I don't think I care for them that much though. I Can Jam is now where we just kind of have the things that didn't quite make it into Pop Perfection, because Pop Perfection is full. And literally life-changing. I've tried to be sparse. I've tried to be ruthless with Pop Perfection, but I do think all of those are the Pop Perfection songs. And I think if I was going to be rude, I would move Love Story down to Pop Perfection from Life Changing. You know? So if we look at this, what would we say my favourite album is? Speak Now. How would we do this? I would say this puts Speak Now first. Maybe then Reputation? See, I would have said then Midnights. But is that just because of the novelty of Midnights? Because I've actually put a lot of Midnights in just I Can Jam. So obviously we've got Speak Now, Reputation. Ooh, 1989 or Red. Speak Now, Reputation, 1989. And then Red. And then Fearless. And then Midnights, Folklore, Evermore together. Lover, Debut. Yeah. I feel like in my opinion I put Midnights higher, but again, I think that's a novelty-based thing. I could do her other songs, but I don't know most of them, and I don't think I care for them. I am a big fan of Beautiful Ghosts. That's pretty controversial, and I also quite like her bopping McCavity, so... Is it just because I like Cats the musical? Not the film. The musical's just kind of a sleigh. I think it probably just is. Hopefully that wasn't too controversial. If you want me to justify my opinions, no, I probably will not. I feel like I Can Jam and Pop Perfection were too similar. Like, if I was going to do this video again, not that I would, we'd need like a tier between Pop Perfection and I Can Jam. But like, I don't know what I could put there. Because I feel like this is quite accurate, you know? And I'm sure there's probably more I wasn't allowed to rank, but like, I don't know, because if I Google Taylor Swift songs I'm not allowed to rank, I don't actually get a objective list, which doesn't help. So, yeah. I thought we'd do this because I have an exam next week, not ready for it, can't get ready for it, don't understand the module, don't understand the lectures. So I thought we'd kill time by filming a Taylor Swift video instead. And I feel like that was a good idea for everyone. So I haven't mentioned, but Jade cut my hair, so it is shorter. And I tried not to mention, but I do have craters on my face. But I'd already decided to film this video when the craters appeared, so I can't actually do anything about them. Because I was going to film this video. I've planned to film this video about 4 times and then just not filmed it, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too controversial. I won't be able to put any clips of anything in because I'm sure Taylor Swift will cause problems with me, but I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, subscribe if you did. Not that I'll be doing a video that's kind of similar to this, but I do a lot of Barbie videos, and I feel like some of the Taylor Swift girlies are, most of the Taylor Swift girlies are mentally ill, which means that you probably have problems, which means that probably you were a Barbie girl. If you're a Barbie girl too, I've got a Barbie playlist. I will be filming more Barbie videos. I love Barbie. It is especially a just of mine. I feel like that's a good way to get girls. To forget the girlies. If you like Taylor Swift, you're mentally ill, therefore you like Barbie, therefore you should subscribe to my channel.